Okay, let me check your chest, little
Yes.
girl. Nah, we don't need to take a Dalish armor, but hey, at least I can unlock it and gain some experience from that. And that's valuable in itself.
Hello. I'm not afraid of you. I'm a great Dalish warrior.
Sure you are.
I wish I could see Orzammar someday. Does it really have a great lake of lava?
It sure does, it sure does.
You're a dwarf, aren't you? If you get no sun, shouldn't you be all white?
Well, yeah, I guess not all white.
Hello. I'm not afraid of you. I'm a great Dalish warrior.
Definitely had not heard those discussions before, though that's fun.
It's wonderful to see Cammon and Gaina so happy. A little joy in such a sad time is not misplaced.
Makes sense.
Cammon should have become a full hunter first, but it is worth it to see a little happiness in the clan. Cammon should have become a full hunter first, but it is worth it to see a little happiness in the clan.
At least a little happiness.
Going.
Van Harelen the Dreadfulf is a trickster, apparently of some type. There is precious little we know about Van Harel, for they say he did not care for our people. Elgarnan and Mutal created the world as we know it. Andruil taught us the ways of the hunter, Sulais and June gave us the fire and crafting. But Van Harel kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arlatan, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers, it is said that Van Harel spent centuries in the far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. The legends say that before the fall of Arlatan, the gods we know and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There is not a Haren among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear whispered the names of Geldauran, Dertal and Anaris, for they are the forgotten ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. In the ancient times, only Van Harel could walk without fear among both our gods and the Forgotten Ones. For although he is kin to the gods of the people, the Forgotten Ones knew of his cunning ways, and saw him as one of their own. And that is how Van Harel tricked them. Our gods saw him as a brother, and they trusted him when he said that they must keep to the heavens while he arranged a truce. And the Forgotten Ones trusted him also when he said he would arrange for the defeat of our gods, if only the Forgotten Ones would return to the Abyss for a time. They trusted Van Harel when they were all of them betrayed, and Van Harel sealed them away so they could never again walk among the people. So our gods are probably still in the heavens, nonetheless, not here, and the Forgotten Ones were then sealed. From the tale of Van Harel's triumph as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralaferin clan of the Dalish elves. Yes, Kit. It's a dog. At least it looks like a dog. When it looks like a dog, then it's probably a dog. Even if it's also something else, perhaps, but still. Let's just try to be collecting all sort of, at least elf fruits, if nothing else.
Hello. I'm not afraid of you. I'm a great Dalish warrior.
Sure you are.
It's great to see Cammon and Gaina so happy. A little joy in such a sad time is not misplaced.
It is great to see Cammon and Gaina
They
so
are just
happy.
all so
A
happy.
little joy in such a sad time is not misplaced.
Oh, just a little happiness. It's just a sorrowfully sad time. Elf nurse. Can I get anything for them that could help?
I'm sorry, but I must attend to our ailing fallen.
I understand.
I'm sorry, but I must attend to our ailing fallen.
I can indeed understand. I was just hoping that could have helped a little bit. Nah. No need. That's elf fruit though. I do need that. So, Arthas.
Andera Natetian, stranger. I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
Depends. They've been a bit suspicious of me, I guess.
That's like saying that dender rash is a bit itchy. You'll tear the skin off your arse and be glad you did it.
It is not
Yay.
our intention to insult a Grey Warden. We are simply wrapped up in the plight of our hunters. It is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
Yeah. Forbidden you.
We are banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper.
Why do you want to enter the forest?
That is a tale I am not sure I should tell an outsider. Surely you have greater concerns than my problems, stranger.
But while I'm going into the forest, you might as well tell, so I might maybe even solve that one while I'm there. Please, I'd like to hear about it.
It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Danilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Danilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her. If I could just know if Danilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand. I'm sorry, that's terrible.
Masiranas, thank you. The Keeper means well, but I must discover the truth for myself. If you are in the forest, perhaps you might come across her, alive or dead. Any news would be better than none. And in return, I would be happy to gift you an amulet made by our craftsman. It may fetch you some coin in the human lands.
I'll see what I can do.
Since we seem to be heading into the forest anyhow, that does seem to be the right thing to do.
Yeah,
You are most kind.
no problem. I should go then.
Please, should you come across my wife, return and tell me.
Of course, we shall. Lost the curse. Alistair approves of
All
me.
right.
Yay. I approve of elf roots on the other hand. Extremely much. I love elf roots. That way is of course the exit.
I trust there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrived. We Dalish must protect ourselves from trouble at all times.
No problem. I understand.
Had we known a Grey Warden was coming, we might have arranged a different reception. But I wish you good fortune with your task. Dareth Shiral.
Thank you. I shall try to do my best. This is just the exit, correct? Yeah.
Aye, sure. Why not?
Pardon?
Oh, I'd give you a roll. Why not?
A roll?
Aye, anytime. Preferably in the dark.
I suppose I should be flattered.
I'm not sure I have the equipment for that, but sure, whatever gets you working.
What? Flattered, okay? How did you even think? Alright, that is very strange. Sure, can go and roll around with Wun. Guess she's maybe flattered. I don't know if she should really be flattered. I have no idea. I have no idea. Can I from here go and get this dead root when I clearly saw that it's here?
Huh.
Of course, elf root would be better, but even a dead root, I can't really just leave it behind, can I? Can I now? Eldest of the Sun, on the other hand, well, I guess I'm reading a lot of the stories now. God of Vengeance. So El Garnan, God of Vengeance. Long ago, when time itself was young, the only thing in existence were the sun and the land. The sun, curious about the land, poked his head close to her body, and El Gnan was born in the place where they touched. The sun and the land loved Elgar'nan greatly, for he was beautiful and clever. As a gift to Elgar'nan, the land brought forth great birds and beasts of sky and forest, and all manner of wonderful green things. Elgar'nan loved his mother's gifts and praised them highly and walked among them often. The sun, looking down upon the fruitful land, saw the joy that Elgar'nan took in her work and grew jealous. Out of spite he shone his face full upon all the creatures of the earth had created and burned them all to ashes. The land cracked and split from bitterness and pain and cried salt tears for the loss of all she had wrought. The pool of tears cried for the land became the ocean, and the cracks in her body the first rivers and streams. Elgar'nan was furious at what his father had done and vowed vengeance. He lifted himself into the sky and wrestled the sun, determined to defeat him. They fought for an eternity, and eventually the sun grew weak while Elgar'nan's rage was unabated. Eventually Elgar'nan threw the sun down from the sky and buried him in a deep abyss created by the land's sorrow. With the sun gone, the world was covered in shadow, and all that remained in the sky were the remainders of Elgar'nan's battle with his father, drops of the sun's lifeblood which twinkled and shimmered in the darkness. From the tale of the Elgar'nan and the sun, as told by Kisharel, keeper of the Ralafian clan of the Dalish elves. Oh, that's something. Nah. Dalish apprentice. I just wanna check. Even though I doubt there's anything that I would take, but still wanna check.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Verathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlan. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
Elves and their wood shaping. It's unnatural. Why use wood when you got perfectly good metal and stone?
Spoken like a true child of the stone, my friend.
Who you call a child, old man?
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Verathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
Let's see, would there be something we would need? I was told that you could supply me with equipment.
Yes, the Keeper sent word that you might ask me for such. I took the liberty of assembling some goods that our hunters use. There is a large chest by the Araville, where I put everything we could spare. Feel free to sort through it and take whatever you need.
Close to Araville, you say? Okay, I need to keep an eye on that. Is there any other equipment you could spare?
I have nothing left that the clan could spare, but we do have goods that we were going to bring to the Shemlin villages to barter with.
If there's healing potions, I'll definitely buy them. What exactly do you make here, then?
I'm the clan's Craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
Well, what if I found some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. If you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
All right. I'll do that. I'll do that, definitely. What kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
All right. Very well, I'll take a look when I'm in the forest.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
Oh, of course. I would like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Perhaps. Like these. I'll buy all of the healing potions I possibly can, because I can never have too many of these goddamn things. Lyrium potions, at least I have kind of a lot, so I don't really need to worry about that. Acidic trap? I guess I could buy one, why not? And then one of these. I can make some more traps of different kinds. Crease trap plan. That's a little bit more expensive though, and it does require master trap making, so potent healing, health potulous. I guess I might, but it's doubtful I ever actually would make those. But maybe. I guess I have the gold, so I can buy it. A lot more of these things that I could buy. Well, I guess I actually bought a trap rather than bought the plants, which is silly though. Yeah, must have been. That's silly, that's not what I meant to do. Let's buy that then. Plants for making something. Well, these on the other hand do definitely seem also nice. Skill isn't necessarily as useful, but we might as well buy it, right? This definitely isn't that important, but I guess I might as well. Why not spend the cash while we have it? Dalish clothes. Backpack. And I could buy this, but I already had... Well, no, I didn't have Shapeshifter. But it's not like I actually would be using it, and I'm actually running lowish on the gold, so I guess I won't buy that yet. Elf Roots actually is like freaking million. I could still buy more. I didn't actually even realize you would have this ridiculous much of the Elf Roots. Now I'm extremely happy. That's even too many Elf Roots. I should have visited you way earlier, clearly, so that I actually could have bought some. Oh well, too late now. A rare iron bark, indeed. That's something we would have to look into getting. Didn't you also have the herbalism, at least to some degree? Yeah, some degree, but not actually as much as I would like. Well, you can at least make something like this. Sure. It would be nice to not have this many of these, at least. Because it's bad to have 2 stacks of elf roots. Alright, that at least used a little bit of them. And we can actually have some health bottles for the future. So that's good.
What do you wish?
Was there something else? No.
Dareth Shiro, may the creators visit fortune upon you.
Thank you.
Anathara, I should get back to work before Master Verathorn skins me alive.
Understandable. Arthas was this guy, so I guess it's this wooden crate. There's just a scout's bow though, but I guess I can get it at least, considering it was supposed to be close to this guy. Colored inks. Valashlin blood riding. Well, let's read that too, why not? When the children of our people come of age, they earn the privilege of wearing the Valashlin, the blood riding. It sets us apart from the Shemlen and from the elves who have now been thrown their lot in who have thrown their lot in with them. It reminds us that we will never again surrender our traditions and beliefs. The ritual deserves great reverence. The one who is to gain the Valashlin must prepare by meditating on the gods and the ways of our people, and by purifying the body and the skin. When the time comes, the keeper of the clan applies the blood riding. This is done in complete silence. Cries of pain are signs of weakness. If one cannot tolerate the pain of the blood riding, they are not ready to undertake the responsibilities of an adult. The keeper may stop the ritual if they decide that the one gaining the Valashlin is not ready. There is no shame in this, for all children are different, and our ancestors once took centuries to come of age, as taught by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralafian clan of the Dalish elves. Yeah, they do have kind of like the tattoos after all, clearly, all of them. I was thinking that, is that also, that's a landmark tent, it's kind of funny. God of the craft, sure, let's read, more of the gods. June, God of the craft. We dedicate all our craft to June, for it is he who taught the people to bend the branches of trees to make our bows, and to fashion coverings of furs and iron bark. Without June, would we have the Aravel or the harnesses of our Hala? When the people were young, we wandered the forest without purpose. We drank from the streams and ate the berries and nuts that we could find. We did not hunt, for we had no bows. We were nothing, for we had no knowledge of spinning or needlecraft. We shivered in the cold nights and went hungry through the winters, when all the world was covered in ice and snow. The Silais, the heartkeeper, came and gave us fire and taught us how to feed it with food. June taught us to fashion bows and arrows and knives so that we could hunt. We learned to cook the flesh of the creatures we hunted over Silai's fire, and we learned to clothe ourselves in their furs and skins. And the people were no longer cold and hungry. Not gonna read that again though, that's silly of me to read that all the time. The statues too, Silais and Andruil. They are on the other hand elves then.
And I'm off.
The elven goddess of heart and home. My goodness. And then this is Andruil. She has the kind of like a vessel when this guy has indeed the sword in hand. Sure, goddess of hunt. Andruil, goddess of hunt. Hear me, sons of daughters of the people. I am sister of the moon, mother of hares, lady of the hunt, Andruil. Remember my teachings, remember the Vir Tanatal, the way of 3 trees that I have given you. Verasan, the way of the arrow, be swift and silent, strike true, do not favor, and let not your prey suffer. That is my way. Verporasan, the way of the bow, as the sapling bends, so must you. In yielding find resilience, in pliance find strength. That's my way. Ver Adalen, the way of the wood. Receive the gifts of the hunt with mindfulness. Respect the sacrifice of my children. Know that your passion shall nourish them in turn. That is my way. Remember the ways of the hunter, and I shall be with you. From the charge of the Andruil, goddess of the hunt. And here's Silais the Heartkeeper. The other one. Silais the Heartkeeper is seen as the sister of Andruil the Huntress. While Andruil loved to run with the creatures of the wild, Silais preferred to stay by her home tree, occupying herself with gentle arts and song. It is Silais who gave us fire and taught us how to use it. It is Silais who showed us how to heal with herbs and with magic, and how to ease the passage of infants into this world. And again, it is Silais who showed us how to spin the vipers of plants into threads and rope. We owe much to Silais, and that is why we sing to her when we kindle the fires and when we put them out. That is why we sprinkle our wells with Silais' fragrant tree moss, and ask that she protect them all, and all within, as told of Gisharel. There is a lot to read though, certainly enough. Okay, let's go this way then.
All right.
A love letter. I needed that. Okay, what would be this love letter though? That's the big question. Otter Spookers, he's earned it tonight. Your sunflower. My elf fruit. This must be it, because definitely this seems like this is only in here, right? My elf fruit. The herbal success powdered pronderhorn. I was very discreet. Your sunflower. I don't know. But yeah, it seems a little bit silly to start reading everything, and I don't remember, can't make out which ones from those exactly I have looked before through and which ones I haven't. Dalish clothes I'll take. Those are nice. It's not like I have taken many things from them. This is the one that I already looked through, correct? It certainly did. The hala.
There are places where those horns bring huge prices. Can cure diseases, so they say.
Almost like unicorn, eh? The little hala.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the hala, I did not hear your approach.
It's no problem. What is a hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
Well, we definitely have nothing similar in Orsamar, except I guess the Pronto.
I have heard of the Bronto. They are beasts of burden, yes? The Hala are not like that. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
That's definitely different than Pronto. So why have you separated this one from the others then?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
I understand. I'm very sorry. That must be a hard decision.
I wish I could calm her enough to speak with her. We have lost so many of our hunters. I would hate to lose one of our Hala as well.
So, who are you exactly?
My name is Alora. I am the master herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
And beautiful creatures. You think being a Grey Warden is exciting, eh?
Not as much as I assumed you thought my task boring in comparison. Am I wrong?
I didn't think anything like that, to be honest. I didn't think it'd be exciting nor boring, so... Less dangerous, certainly. That's true. It's less dangerous, but it doesn't mean less, boring.
In normal times, perhaps. But in normal times, there would be no blight, and being a Grey Warden would not be such a dangerous occupation either. In truth, my place as the Master Herder is a small one, but one I am quite satisfied with. Would that we could all find such peace with our lot in life.
I can understand. Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Well, Alistair does. Can you look into it, Alistair?
And? What do you think?
I cannot find an injury. I'm not sure what's wrong.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I guess I can try, but it's really Alistair who has the survival. I have nothing of a sort.
Yes, that's it. She's calming down. That's it, love. Be calm. Tell me what troubles you. Ah, I see. It is her life mate who is sick. Startled me. A keepsake to remember our fallen by. Masiranus. I did not realize another Hala was injured. This will allow me to prevent the sickness from spreading to the entire herd. Masiranus, thank you. You have done my clan a great boon this day. I will always be grateful for your help.
No problem, but you definitely said something very strange there. I guess you got the same sort of a bug as our buddy all the way at the Mage's Circle Tower for me, which was kind of weird. But yeah, looked like it. That was very strange. Well, at least somehow we calmed her, but I think it was really Alistair doing the job, because otherwise it wouldn't make much sense. Yeah, the Codex. I wonder where it would be about the Hala creatures. Must be there, right? There's so many of this that I should really read. Hala. No creature is more revered by the Dalish than the Hala. No other animal has a god of its own. These white stags are much larger than ordinary deer, and the Dalish Hala keepers carve their antlers as they grow, making them curve into intricate designs. In ancient times, these stags bore elven knights into combat, but since the fall of the Dales, they are useless as mounts and more to pull the Aravels. Gotcha.
Allow me to say Masiranus once again for your assistance. You were marvelous how you handled her. I would never have expected it.
Well, it was really Alistair. Mother of the Hala. Then on the other hand is she. And they say Kilanine was one of the people in the days before Arlatan, and the chosen of the Antruil, the huntress. She was very beautiful, with hair of snowy white, and as graceful as a gazelle. She kept always to Antruil's ways, and Antruil favored her above all others. One day, while hunting in the forest, Kilanine came across a hunter she did not know. At his feet lay a hawk shot through the heart by an arrow. Kilanine was filled with rage, for the hawk, along with the hare, is an animal must be lord of Antruil. Kilanine demanded that the hunter make an offering to Antruil in exchange for taking the life of one of her creatures. The hunter refused, and Kilanine called upon the goddess to curse him, so that he could never again hunt and kill a living creature. Kilanine's curse took hold, and the hunter found that he was unable to hunt. His prey would dart out of sight, and his arrows would fly astray. His friends and family began to mock him for his incompetence. For what use is a hunter who cannot hunt? Ashamed, the hunter swore he would find Kilanine and repay her for what she had done to him. He found Kilanine while she was out on a hunt with her sisters, and lured her away from them with lies and false words. He told Kilanine that he had learned his lesson and begged her to come with him, so she could teach him to make a proper offering to Antruil. Moved by his plea, Kilanine followed the hunter, and when they were far away from all her sisters, the hunter turned on Kilanine. He blinded her first, and then bound her as one would bind a kill fresh from the hunt. But because he was cursed, the hunter could not kill her. Instead, he left her for dead in the forest. That's a pretty horrible thing to do for sure, Reese. And Kilanine prayed for the gods for help. She prayed to El Garnan for vengeance, to Mother Mutal to protect her, but above all she prayed to Antruil. Antruil sent her hares to Kilanine, and they shoot through the ropes that bound her, but Kilanine was still wounded and blind, and could not find her way home. So Antruil turned her into a beautiful white deer, the first Hala, and Kilanine found her way back to her sisters and led them to the hunter, who was brought to justice. Yeah. And since that day, the Hala have guided the people and have never led us astray, for they listen to the voice of Kilanine. Interesting. Interesting story, certainly enough. I can't look more into it. Exactly. The broken moss-covered statue once represented the elven goddess, known as the Mother of the Hala. They're just making noise. She's slow in making noises.
All right.
Any more elf route around? Not at least this way around. Can't go anywhere. in there. Sad times, sad times. Oh, there's a dead root. I was thinking that I have to at least check if there's any more in here. Then, have I talked to everyone that I could in here, or have I forgotten to talk to someone in here? Is the question next. Really? I have looked into that. This area I have definitely looked through, yes sir. Well, not these items exactly all the way. Well, I will take those. And I will take that too. I'm sure they won't be missing all of these. Pile of scrolls actually should look through. The long walk. There to be a various... Okay, won't be reading those. That's too much. Too much reading at once. I have at least read about the gods. All the gods that we have been able to meet, I have read about. Oh yeah, I haven't talked to Sarah yet in this circle for certainty.
Gaina and Cammon together, I see. Strange that you should take the time to involve yourself in that affair, of all things.
I can understand your wonderings about that. So, have you ever heard of an elf named Aneirin, by the way? We have someone with us who knew him before.
I appreciate you trying to find him, but what are the chances?
Aneirin the healer?
You know Aneirin?
He lives? No, it can't be him. Perhaps it is a common elven name.
No, I know of only one Aneirin.
Ah, it makes sense. Aneirin said that he was from the human cities. You are old friends, then?
Well, sort of, I guess. If it is the same Aneirin, then yes, Vun knows him.
If you seek Aneirin, you must venture into the forest. He prefers to be amidst the trees and the animals.
Thank you all so much.
I'm sure that it's no problem for them. What can you tell me about the forest?
I know a few tales. Our clan has passed this way many times before, even when the Shemlin lived in these parts. You wish, I can tell you what I know. It is not a long story.
Okay, yes, tell me of the forest then.
Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
And those, and what happened?
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
And this Witherfang still exists today?
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age, as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
I guess that's why he knows that she is immortal. So there are many spirits in the forest.
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
So there were a lot of battles in the forest?
Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here, in slavery? Even the barbarians, who came to overthrow the Imperium, fought and died on this soil.
So how many werewolves are there?
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
Interesting. So the hunters have become werewolves?
It is said that 1 or 2 have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you?
Well, that's all I needed to know about the forest, thank you.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
There were some other questions though that I would like to ask Sarel.
I hear you had a hand in saving the Hala, Masiranas. I'm not sure what we would do without them.
What do you know about the werewolves?
We know only what Zathrian has told us over the years. I never saw one myself until the attack.
If they're so mindless, how did they ambush you?
Some of us have wondered. The Keeper says they are simply cunning, that any beast can lie in wait. But this seemed more than that.
It was planned. These are no simple beasts.
Then the real question is why the Keeper would insist that it is not so.
Suspicious, I would say. Why would he lie, though?
I do not believe he would. But even the wisest of men do not always see the truth in front of them, nor do they always wish to.
True, that's definitely true, that they might not wish to see the truth. That's true in more than a few occasions. Do they have any strange abilities?
As you know, they can shapeshift into wolves, allowing them to hide amidst the true wolves.
How does one fight them then?
The hunters say they have strength and speed far beyond what's ordinary, and are as tough as such beasts come. Like wolves, they hunt in packs so as to combine their strength. But in the end, a blade kills them as surely as it does any other. What you need to fear is their bite. If you're infected, you are done. Though not right away, and not all at once.
Not all at once? So is there any way to prevent being afflicted by their curse?
Other than not to get bitten? Not that I know of.
This kid definitely isn't on a bench now, but did that change, or was he like that before? I don't know, that just looks weird. But yeah, that's enough for me.
Of course. You wish something else?
No, I should go.
Dareth Shirral.
Let's see if you say anything else, though.
I hear you had a hand in saving
Okay.
the Hala, Masiranas. I'm not sure. Dareth Shirral.
I wasn't sure, so I had to check. Just a lot of hunters then. I was thinking indeed that I don't think there's any more, and the elf nurse isn't anyone I can talk to yet.
I'm sorry, but I must attend
At
to
least.
my ailing fallen.
So that's not something I can do. So I guess next time we can actually start heading into the woods after a lot of talking and getting to know these locations. So anyway, so go to Companion's Quest. But I guess he's then somewhere when we go ahead, I presume. I'm not completely certain, but perhaps. But okay, I'll end here for today at the very least, so I hope to see you again then next time. So thank you for watching, hope to see you next time, bye bye. To be continued with Kirarusha next time in Dragon Age.